Alrighty then, hello everyone. Instead of doing a music intro, I think I'll just go ahead and start basically, but 2 minutes early, so I'm just gonna quickly update on what's going on. I haven't streamed for about a month now, since the end of the Life is Strange stream, due to school and other obligations, unfortunately. But I should have a lot more time now that midterms are over, to just play through Pathologic, hopefully, before and through to the end of October. So thanks so much everyone for watching. Appreciate that you do what you do. And like always, I really hope you guys enjoy the stream. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. Give me a moment just to set up the game and we'll get going. So I've decided also, by the way, to not do music intros as I felt that they would distract from the actual stream itself and that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started here in a moment. I hope everyone's having a good time so far. We're going to be playing through Pathologic Classic HD. So this is the old Pathologic, just updated with new textures and that sort of thing. Pathologic, now it's called Pathologic 2. Icepick Lodge is working on Pathologic 2 now, which is basically Pathologic with new areas and new maps, completely overhauled engine, that sort of stuff. A little confusing on the naming, but I mean, it's not up to me. So anyway, without further ado and without any further me talking, we're going to go ahead and start a Pathologic. And I'm going to get Windows sounds, sorry about that. So, Pathologic is a really old Russian indie game. I believe it released in 2004. And hi, Azix Visions. Welcome to the stream. I believe it released in 2004 and was a very unique game. If you may have heard about it, kind of pop up on some, forgotten games.
That an epidemic of unknown origin has already eradicated a few genuinely distinctive towns in the northern part of the country. The cause and circumstances of these tragic events remain uncertain. There is a lot that we cannot explain yet. It appears as though the plague has a mind of its own, as if it is driven by some irrepressible will. Why else has no one managed to fight it successfully? Why does it target the most precious aspects of our existence? The sand plague picks its victims fastidiously, and the same principle always draws it back to whoever tries to oppose it. Surprisingly, we've yet to hear a single word from the powers that be.
So, interesting thing about this, that intro note is different every time you start up. And this is the actual video intro. So basically, this is a Russian Silent Hill. It actually, as far as I know, it didn't actually draw inspiration from Silent Hill, but it's similar in terms of gameplay. So that was the intro for Pathologic. That video intro is actually the same every time, but yeah, the game looks pretty much like that for the most part, honestly. It's still got kind of those PS4 era graphics, it's just now it runs on modern stuff. Kind of like... Oh, the long dark right now? Hold on, let me, okay. Darn. I thought I fixed that. Okay, so apparently I've still got the long dark up as my stream tab. Just a second. So Pathologic is a Russian indie game that was developed way back when by Icepick Lodge, and it's honestly one of my most coveted games. I guess I've wanted to play through it properly and a lot. I've been really wanting to do it a lot lately. So, alright. I knew I forgot to do something. Alright. Retitled that stream. Alright, cool. So we're gonna go ahead and start a new game. Pathologic, you choose one of 3 characters.
So, it's all about trickery to you?
So this is... Hold on, actually let me see. Is there subtitles in this one? I can't remember. So, at the beginning of the game you get a little... well, at the end of every day in the game, I believe it's a week of gameplay, in-game gameplay, that you can... okay. At the end of each day, you have a play about the events that happened that day, basically. It's I know, before anyone starts, I know, this game is freaking weird. Also, turn up that FOV to 90. So, at the very beginning of the game, you're going to get this little play here. A little play that you watch.
Trickery. But if we ourselves are to suffer deception, our hands are no longer tied. Where are we?
About this town.
The muscular contraction is there. Means you're already inside of him. This must be one of the ventricles, right here.
What a silly place. It's stuffed.
It's very meta right now.
It's not real for now? I don't think it is.
So the girl here is the changeling.
No matter what it's made of, it's definitely struggling.
The guy here in between the girl and the other guy, that's the Haruspecs, and I forget the name of the other one.
What else is there to do?
But they're basically the 3
I know
archetypes.
what to do. Those who favor hard logic and direct action are bound to be misguided. Only a miracle can set us free without us having to destroy something. And I can do miracles. Just let me.
Will you please be quiet? You're a liar and a thief. Who is going to believe you when you keep lying to yourself? The truth is my shepherd. Whatever happens, I will find answers, and justice will be restored. I will perform the operation. Medica morbo adhibe.
Don't you go all bossy on me, clever clogs. You will act justly, but your justice will blind you and become his demise. This calls for the gentle hand of a surgeon. Step aside, both of you.
Your gentle hands are used to killing, not doing
The girl's voice is probably my least favorite of the 3.
do harm. As for Brainy, he has no regard for casualties at all. Neither of you knows compassion.
Yes, it seems unlikely that we'll get along well, but there's only one truth.
Any choice is right as long as it's willed. That's the truth of the matter.
Only the heart will show you the right choice. Stop thinking about yourselves. Think of the sick. He's in pain. I can't see it yet, but I can feel it.
It's not even a trap. It's a grave. Subipsum funis sumus. Can't say I hold a soft spot for it.
I can see that.
So the changeling, in the original game at least, the changeling is unlocked only after you play through the first time with one of the other 2 characters.
Can be healed rather than killed.
You mean you won't become a killer? But you will. Mark my word, that's exactly what will happen. But I can avoid it.
No, we won't ever get along. I suggest we be on our way. The sooner the better.
Off we go then?
Let's go. The clock is ticking.
So these are the 3 characters. You choose to play as one of them, and the other 2 are still present in the story. However, they're not controlled by you. The game is different pretty much every time you play it, no matter what character you choose. Also, yeah, it turns the lights out. So here's the door to exit. So you can actually skip these, and then yeah. Oh, okay, so yeah, so it's the Bachelor. That's right. So the Bachelor is basically your default. The Haruspecs has surgery abilities, but is weaker. So we'll just go ahead and read this. So the history of humanity witnessed a number of catastrophes that have demonstrated without a shadow of doubt the pettiness of human achievement and the triumph of the invincible evil. Outbreaks of infectious diseases have from time to time wiped towns and cities off the map are undoubtedly among these. However smart and virtuous, the people caught up in these destructive events have repeatedly come to the conclusion that it's no use trying to fight these circumstances. The best you can do is bite the bullet and cope with your losses. This is the story of a person who has managed to work a miracle and defeat a seemingly unvanquishable foe. How do they call upon the Menku, the faithful of a warden kin? Known by their hands, for they are butchers, known by their eyes, for they are surgeons, they who follow the lines, they who are the leaders of the kin, they who speak to the Odurgs, not sure if I pronounced that correctly, they who know the secret art of haruspicy. What is a haruspex? Reading the future in the entrails, he knows the body bears semblance to the universe. His scalpel follows the lines of the body. His steps follow the lines of his kin's fortune. A haruspex can tell a true line from a false one is entrusted with power. A haruspex who is confused by his path gets buried into the deep black flesh of the earth. This is the story of a person who has avoided the contradiction, eager to rip a doomed life apart, masterfully fulfilling his true purpose in the process. So we're going to go ahead and choose the bachelor for this one.
Daniil Dankovsky, a bachelor of medicine, was brought here by circumstances most unfortunate. Dankovsky's life.
It's a very slow start, but it's a very fulfilling game.
Existing notions of human mortality is being harshly persecuted by the powers that be. Suddenly, a letter arrives from a colleague suggesting that there is previous undiscovered evidence which may support Dankovsky's claims. There is a settlement, the letter says, ruled by an extraordinary man who may well be seen as objective proof of Dankovsky's daring hypothesis. Grasping at straws of hope, Dankovsky decides to follow what he believes to be the sign of divine providence. Without further ado, he sets off for the settlement. Late at night, Bachelor arrives in the town. As he seeks room and board, he gets to know a girl called Eva Yan and stays at her place till dawn.
So Eva's going to give us our first real quest of the game, and after that it's pretty much freeform. Throughout the game, there's going to be different districts of this town that close down due to sickness, and basically the whole point is to try to cure and stop the plague. And depending on what you do or don't. I'm sure only 10 minutes in, I'm sure many of you are seeing why this game is so niche, obscure, not very well known. It's really not a game that lends itself easily to I'm sorry to sound like a hipster while saying this, to mainstream appeal, broad appeal, that sort of thing. It's a very slow game. In almost the same vein as Dwarf Fortress. It's very obtuse, opaque. But I think it's quite interesting. Hello, XN Blue Morant. I hope I said that right. So you may also, so yeah, this will be the, again, like I said, the classic version of it. It's just updated with HD, textures and widescreen support and that sort of thing. But it's still, alright. 2004 PS2 era graphics, for the most part. But that doesn't mean it can't be fun. And the sequel for this is apparently coming out in 2018. We'll see how that shapes up. I've heard a middling news, apparently. Anyway, we're not talking about that. So this drawing right here is kind of important. That drawing, he's that little body with a mask on is pops up throughout the entire game. Basically, you'll see. Let's just get playing. As of today, my mission remains obscure. The examination of Simon Kane, who is rumored to be a man of incredible longevity, may shake the very foundation of modern thanatology and challenge the existent notions of death itself. However, even if his undying Leviathan proves to be more than a fairy tale, the mere confirmation of his existence won't suffice to prevent the powers that be from shutting our laboratory down. I need to figure out the most fruitful approach. Simon is a well-respected man, and if he mistakes my interest for effrontery, it would be nigh impossible to convince him to help me break new ground in the field of human vitality. Nice thing, yeah, and then, so that's my mission for today. The nice thing about the HD version is that it also got a better translation. The original English translation of Pathologic was dreadful. Absolutely awful, almost illegible in many places. Thankfully now it's a lot of the language is archaic and obtuse and maybe doesn't make as much sense as a person speaking to you would, but at least you can kind of understand it. So, Day 1, by the end of which the adventurer finds himself battling a truly unvanquishable foe. Now this is our little starting area here, so we can go outside, but before we do that, let's see. Can't quite remember. It's been a long time since I played this game. Okay, so F is for a match. Okay, and space, okay, so E to use the microscope. So the microscope, you can use this to put stuff under. Weapons, clothes, drugs, rations, other. Okay, cool. Alright. Okay, and this is our health bar. So you may notice that I have a hunger bar as well as like a third. You'll notice I'll have a hunger, exhaustion, and infection bar. Builds immunity. Immunity is boosted by some drugs. I have to keep eating. Infection is obviously how infected you are to the plague, and exhaustion is how tired you are, obviously. The more tired you are, the worse you can't fight as well. And there is fighting in this game. So, okay, I think that's all of the room, honestly. Go downstairs. I have to say, the new textures, hello. Just go ahead and check out everything in the room. The new textures look a lot better. It's not up to par with today's standards, but if you play the original game, which looks a lot like the cutscenes...
Don't you think my colors have faded?
This game is very Russian.
You would come.
Did the sounds from the outside wake you up too? There was a terrible groan and then something snapped loudly. No, I heard nothing. Very... Yeah, anyway. I think there are strangers in the backyard by the pond. They're unlikely to be planning mischief, but I have a bad feeling about this. I'm afraid to go out to them. I hope they go away soon and stop disturbing our sleep. I'd like to thank you for your hospitality, for board and bed. I sincerely hope you have everything you need, because I'm very happy to have you here. Danil, is it? How do you know who I am? Glory is the messenger riding ahead of the man, a celebrity from the capital. Bachelor Dostoevsky, the founder of Thanatica, the man who challenges death. Of course we've heard about you. This glory isn't deserved yet, but I hope getting to know your ruler will give me a chance to live up to the expectations. Death, so that's the enemy you've chosen for yourself. Isn't it hard? I don't think anyone has managed to defeat that evil yet. Millions of doctors defeated it on certain singular occasions, but my enmity is more fearsome. It is death itself rather than a single case of death. I don't understand. I can barely understand it myself. Could death only seem inevitable to us, but in reality be nothing more than a whim of the will that had shaped this world? That is the question. So where's the key to my victory? It's not far. The Canes live at the Crucible on Bridge Square, but could I please offer you a piece of advice? Go on. Simon has two younger brothers. The eldest of the two, Georgi, is called the Judge by the locals. Visit him first. He isn't asleep. He'll teach you how to speak with Simon. The youngest of the three is Victor. His daughter Marina also wanted to see you. It's probably important. Was it she who knew about my arrival beforehand? Yes, she told me about it privately. Talking to her is no simple task. Maria is that kind of person. She puts on airs, but that's just how the Canes are. It was Maria who told me that she would need you to help she would help you defeat death. That's the precise wording. What a coincidence. All right, thank you for your advice. Go, and I'll prepare everything for your turn. Do come back if you speak to the Canes. They'll probably do a lot of things that will puzzle you and put you on guard. I have some advice that may be of help to you if you need it. Okay, I'll come back. Okay, and this is the map of the town. So up here is the abattoir. I don't believe you can actually visit most of the abattoir, but it's there. Down here's the railway station, and the center of town, this is the theater, by the way, where you see all the stuff. In the center of town, there's a little art sculpture. I don't know where that is now. It's been way too long since I played this. But, yeah. You can zoom in and tell, which is nice. I actually don't know what those symbols mean. Like I said, I've played a long time. This is one. This is the classic HD remake. 2 is not out yet. 2 is out in 2018. If it was out and I had a review copy of it, hell yeah, but I don't, unfortunately. So we're here, and this is Stillwater Mansion. Lovely companion and temporary lodging. So here's the cathedral. So Simon Kane is waiting for me here. I need evidence of the possible. So, okay. So, sorry, just gonna check my controls here. So you can strafe. Wow. Plague Finder, attack, alt attacks, show hide hands, reload inventory. I think one of my favorite stories of this game is so here's my. Oh, did I drop it? I did. my favorite stories of this game, alright, is the fact that you can, shit, used morphine, okay. Alright, and that's how you draw. Alright, I have to get used to basic controls. One of the most interesting stories I was going to say of this game is that you get a pistol from one of the first early quests, and you can use it to, and it's a good idea to buy food with it, because otherwise food prices can increase and you might get fucked. So this is the tragedian, very important character. Venerable Bachelor, please be so kind as to linger for a minute. This conversation won't take too much of your time, especially since time stops during dialogues. Very meta, I know. At least during the important ones. And our dialogue is extremely important. You need to know how to play after all, don't you? Who are you? A poor tragedian, if you please, a victim of circumstance just like you. You look more like a comedian, I don't have time to talk to you. You are mistaken, I am the director, the person in charge of the situation. I'm not a random actor. Of course you aren't, you are a living, breathing man, as is evident from your conditions and statuses. You experience hunger, thirst, and fatigue. You suffer from pain, wounds, and diseases. You're so lifelike. You have to eat, drink, sleep, and rest, and to make mistakes. The latter being the most definitive proof of my human nature, wouldn't you agree? I know, this game is... this is the last time I'm gonna say it, but this game is very, very strange, meta, and excellent. If I may, I would like to point out just how important it is to keep an eye on your condition. If you get dizzy or naturally sluggish, do have it checked up. Vital processes tend to run faster during emergencies than in everyday life. I know a person who died of stress but was diagnosed with starvation. Need a reminder why it's not in food that hunger is seated with food. Food is found in shops. Shops can be found in ordinary houses that are marked with specific signs. Sleep, however, is more complicated. People only sleep in beds, and only private residents around here. I'm sorry. It's just how our world is. Yes, the world is unjust. And quite silly if you forgive me for saying so. Speaking of commerce, different shops sell similar items at different prices. Make sure you don't get cheated. People can be quite brazen around here. You can also barter with the folk on the streets. Some things may be nothing more than trinkets to you, but others would be willing to part with their life's blood for them. Blood. Yes, blood is not my place to lecture you, but if following your Hippocratic oath you ever consider easing someone's pain, feel free to just approach them with a suitable drug. You will see their pain receding before your very eyes. The sick fall asleep when they're close to recovery, don't they? Or when they're closest to their ultimate rest. Still, helping the hopeless will grant you a good reputation. You will be seen as a benefactor willing to part with a precious sleeping draught or painkiller for a simple bystander. Anything else? No, not yet. Show me the way to Simon's house. Turn left now, then walk along the alleyway. You will see a cathedral and 3 mansions across the bridge square. Simon lives in the one that is closest to the river. Thank you. Okay, and then this guy. The executor. Halt. I'm going to have to teach you about the technicalities of the setting, the time and the place. It's not essential, but that's just how it is. The actor has to be prepared before he goes on stage, or else he'll fall down the aisle or stumble upon the prompt box. That would look mighty silly, wouldn't you agree? Who are you? An actor in a tragic mind show. That's unimportant. Will you listen to me or not? I am listening. Time flies by. It can't be stopped or turned back. Nights follow days, which are then followed by nights. Things happen without any regard for whether you're there to witness them. Don't expect anyone to wait for you. Most events can be missed. And so, it would make sense for you to visit the places that you care about regularly. You will find the people that will play major roles in your fate there. They stand out from the common folk. The rest are just a crowd shot, a background, a bunch of extras. As it has always been. Indeed. Still, it's best to avoid hasty judgment. It's a paradox you don't see. Paradox, you see. Don't try to care too much for the lives of these bound-to-stand-out people. And don't be too dismissive of the silent crowd. Both extremes will end in tragedy. Why is that? The world cares for your reputation, a fine and crucial instrument. Your reputation changes the world you see, for it is a mirror, wouldn't you agree? And such a bad reputation can get you into a lot of trouble. For example, need I describe? You've got vivid imagination. Everything changes from mystical aspects to mundane things like the people you need treating you badly. How many enemies you've got, how high the prices rise, how bad your dreams are. Lots of things. A sorry prospect. So how do I maintain my reputation? Really? How is that even a question? Same as anywhere. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not lie, thou shalt not betray, do not steal, do not covet, do not be an asshole. Do not get caught. The rules are the same everywhere. A truly selfless deed, like risking something for thy neighbor or even a person who lives quite far away, can help in a dire situation. Really? Good for you then. As for me, I can't see anything in this mask. I have no idea what's going on. Anyway, don't get too worked up about human lives, and don't put too much stock into another's word, mine included. He who trusts everyone is asking to be deceived. Yet he who trusts no one is deluded. I know that from experience. Let's see, can I talk to him again? No? The GG? Okay. So, alright. So I'm gonna go over to this fire real quick. So shift is crouch. So I believe the guy on the left is lobotomized. That guy, yeah. There's no reason to go into the lake, so... Factory order, what do you want? This ain't your business. What is this creature? An Odong, duh. That's what all them cattle breeders look like. Crude and unshapely and unfinished, don't you know? Wherever you came from. Wherever you came from, an intruder, huh? Yes, I'm a visitor in this town. Don't you see he's sick? He's run away, this Odong. And him all night I did. We'll march across the river now, or else here he dies. Give him a break, will you? He ain't gonna bite your head off. Be on your way and watch out too, for we don't need no witnesses. Can do some killing if we must. Fine, I'll leave and relax. I won't tell anyone about you. Okay, so this is an opportunity to... The worm feels sick, head packed, blood boiling, belly freezing. Let the worm warm up, let him take a rest. Don't touch us, we're dangerous. Okay, so... Not quite sure. Of tablets. Universal has a strong analgesic and sedative effect used for heavy injuries, acute pain, and preparation. There's fatigue and tourniquet. Yeah, I don't think I have anything for this guy. Kerosene for refilling the lamp, and my scalpel. Or scalpel. Okay, I'm pretty sure there's no run button. As far as I know. Yeah, right. Okay, and then there's the jump. Alright. Still not quite sure what that is. I think that's blood, but I'm not... I can't... Anyway. Oh. Oh, okay, there's a doctor down here. There's this big giant cathedral. Okay. Alright, let's just talk to this random person on the street. Get a sense for this. Anything I can do for you? You'd be much obliged to learn me how to get around. Turn to me about the territory. Two massive buildings in the eastern part of Earth. The territory marks the district's border. Beyond that, there's only the abattoir and then the steppe itself. People do not belong there. Why? They just don't. It's not a people place. But someone has to work there, right? Some folk do. The steppe people, the butchers. That's way outside of your area of expertise. Believe me. That was intriguing, my good man. Alright, and... more than one town here. The first is called the Bull Project. The second, the offspring of the project, is the districts. I mean, the residential part itself. Not so long ago, the town also dropped anchor across the river, but I'm going to go so far as to call that part of District 2. It's just a polyhedron. The industrial base, the station, warehouse, and abattoir all belong to it. I wouldn't recommend it's not appropriate place for a person from the capital. It's filthy there, and the stench, I say it's not appropriate place for anyone at all. It just sort of came to be the gullet and the guzzle. The Gorgon's tributary is divided down into 3 parts. Each of them consists of a separate courtyard, so maybe that's the reason. In the middle, I'm just not sure. The knots of 7 districts. The spleen, the marrow, the chine, the backbone, mouth, the flank, and the gut. I don't suppose I need to go in for so the kins can show around. They're expecting you. Damn, everyone fucking knows who I am here. So look at that architecture, huh? Ain't that foreboding? Also that. You're about to see it come into view here. So this is... I really like this intro to the game because you get to see this stuff. That. Huh? Now tell me that doesn't give you a look at... Here, where are we? Yeah, here. The polyhedron here. Tell me that doesn't look like freaking Silent Hill. Or Pyramid Head, maybe. What's this guy doing? Good morals and good luck are a great way to manage... personal cast. My dude. I like our town. We're all one big family, controlled by an unseen power. Our actions but fiction. It's quite possible. Yeah, everyone's super freaking cryptic. Hi, Sloot. Welcome. Welcome. Also, hi, Cripple Cow. So, yeah, alright. So, the clock rings at every hour. Yep. Okay, so let's go... There's the mansion. Maria, Simon King. Okay. Oh fuck, what's the journal? Hold on. Torch, Absence, Plague Finder, Inventory Map, Diary. Oh, it's Q. Okay. So in here's Simon Kane, so I need to go to Victor and Maria first. You'll notice that everything is divided into threes. That's kind of a big thing here. Kind of like Legend of Zelda's boss fights. Hey. Simon? Or Victor? Oh, there's Victor. Where are we going there? Yes. Victor. Hello.
There's buzzing in my ears.
The famous Dr. Dank Soyevsky. Your arrival is a great honor for us. Victor Kane at your service. Daniel Dank-Soyevsky of yours. I foresee that the things have become ordinary for us will probably make you feel uncomfortable and disturbed. I would like to compensate for that impression. You know, our small community is falling out of the loop. Time leaves us behind. What do you mean? I mean, traditions, games that we play with passion, or will most likely be of no interest to you. The people you meet here may seem eccentric, naive, or even somewhat deranged. Please take it easy at us, don't judge us too strictly. I'll do my best not to disappoint you.
Perhaps old Gimsky is setting a trap for this newly arrived Haruspect.
George is waiting for you, my friend. He has news for you that you'll find surprising. I will only ask one thing. Don't be too quick to reject his request. What does he want from me? Explain it better himself. We put too many hopes in your arrival. The echo of these hopes have led him to offer you a rather intricate conundrum to solve. What is it? It's not exactly in your line of work, and yet if we believe a certain source which we deem quite trustworthy, it appears you are the only person that can help our family. The reward will be fitting, of course, and I'll speak to Georgie.
Yes?
Thanks. Okay. Alright. Cool. Well, alright. So that's a quest there. Which... Alright. Yeah. So that's Georgie. Hey, Vanko. Also welcome to join. Pathologic. Classic HD, guys. So, okay. I'm pretty sure... I'm pretty sure there's no run button. Which is a little annoying for being a remaster. But, you know, what can you do? Yeah, probably not a good idea to take something from a fountain or anything around here. Look at that, that's some watercolor. Look at that, that's pretty sky. Okay, this should be Maria's house. Nothing foreboding about this. You know, there's quite a few nice things in here for, in this town for, you know, kind of a old town.
It came from below the ground.
You resemble an adventurer rather than a
Many
doctor.
years we were burying the bones wrong.
I just don't like the female voices. How is that you know me? I saw you in a dream. Don't flatter yourself. My desires have nothing to do with that. I simply saw you take us all by the throat. What else did you see in that dream? You would I think I can trust you. I hope that happens soon.
I often
A lot to tell you, but I dare not
like
to be mine
someone's
with Georgie.
looking at us from the other side.
It makes much more sense than you may think. It's not a game, is it? For all that is holy, do speak to my uncle and then come back to me. Urgent call now. Close the hound just next door. Go to the wind closer to the river. Shape like a crown. Okay, I'll do that. Just, ooh. Oh, it's a wooden sword. Can't use that. Oh, that looks like a sword. Eh. Alright. You'll notice that this mansion is split up into 3 different wings. Also, see this? Yeah. Yeah, right. Wait. What was it doing? I keep thinking that those are entrances, but I don't know why. Ooh, guys. Is that floating? Looks like it's floating. No? Alright. So yeah, things to know about this game, it's very slow. But, let's see. Look at that. That's some flower texture. Okay, hey Simon.
The town will
Or
meet
Georgie,
its
my
death
bad.
at the hand of Simon's murderer. That much is certain.
Most venerable doctor, it is with great impatience that we have been expecting you. You need not delve into the minutiae of your business with ours, since our families well integrated. Okay. Simon, my consanguineous brother, the creator, keeper, and embodiment of all that surrounds us, has been murdered. Can't believe it. It cannot be. My brother was murdered last night under the strangest circumstances, but for all the mystery surrounding his death, I'd rather excuse the notion for his departure was connected with whoever had visited Simon that evening. My visitor is a man of laudable rectitude and an old friend of the family. There are witnesses to testify that he and Simon did nothing but converse. Who was the visitor? Someone you know quite well. The man whom my brother saw last night was your colleague, Isidore Barak. Was he not the very person to advise you to come here as well? Yes. Isidore has done more than he thinks. I have a lingering feeling that time itself is using uncontestable powers to further its own intentions. What do you think? I'm no fatalist. It could be that my mind is clouded by sorrow, but I cannot escape the feeling that your arrival was no coincidence. Your choice was made for you, my dear doctor. Let us not blame fate for it. Isidore wrote to you without making us aware. He took a risk that could have displeased our family. Really? Even though we were uncertain of what would arrive, my brother was looking forward to meeting you. The tragedy may have been a consequence of the actions that he... Oh my god, it's so loquacious. Someone has taken a powerful piece from the chessboard, a piece upon which your position here has depended. It is doubly regrettable that Simon was playing on your side. So you presume the queen knew of the blow and sacrificed itself for a pawn, but why? To grant you the victory over death. Was it not your ultimate aspiration to help you? Simon seems to have played a very dangerous game with fate itself. He went out of his way to provide you with a body of evidence. What did he do? It is of no importance to me what exactly he did. He took another leap for the stars and paid a terrible price for it. I repeat, he was murdered. The subject of importance here is the identity of the murderer. Everything has gone to rack and ruin. I wish I could take vengeance upon the person who ripped the life from this man. You want to help us, Doctor? Find a murderer for us. My brother Victor, who is in the wing next door, would share some of his thoughts on the matter. Help us and reward will not disappoint you. Indeed, it seems there are too many coincidences. Your brother's murder can as well be called the murder of Bachelor Dostoevsky. I will help you every way I can. I'm convinced that if there's anyone adult that can help us solve this puzzle, then it is you. This mission calls for someone as astute and inventive as yourself. If Isidore was an instrument of fate, then Simon's murder is a message that fate intended for you personally. Do not think I am inclined to blame you for that. I am not. How do you plan to look for the murderer? We will take our own measures. The only thing I expect from you is to be yourself. Oh, wow, thanks. I'm glad we're dating here. Do only what you think is required. Do whatever you find out, whatever you do, whatever your day turns into. Everything is a clue to the solution of this puzzle. I repeat, everything that is happening here is happening on your account. You have my sympathy. Okay. So, don't seem to be driven by rancor. Okay, so yeah, just go over to nothing. Alright. We find out who killed the immortal Sidle Kane. The dead man's own family may not want it more than I do. I have an abiding desire to punish the murderer. The behest powers to be. Whoever they were, they picked the moment far too well. Okay. Alright. So the first day is going to be just a bit of talking. Walking in RPG and getting used to the environment. Things start to ramp up considerably as each day goes on.
It's like something.
How can I help you?
Strings.
George, I don't know how to say it. It has told me everything, which is to say he told me very little, but it was enough to astound me. He maintains that you can provide a more detailed account. You have agreed to help us? I have. May I ask why? The killer's goals seem to align astonishingly well with the goals of those who have been waging war against my work for years. We share a tragedy. Prepared to answer any questions you may have. When was Simon last seen? He sent Isidore home. Then an hour later, he came to this hall to see us. He announced his plans to withdraw to the focus and receive no one. He was not to approach the focus and to fast for a week, partaking of neither meat nor water. Then in the morning he was found dead. Now as he found that certain servants discovered him in the morning. The room had been ransacked. Everything that was breakable had been broken. He disfigured, contorted body bore signs of terrible suffering. His neck was twisted, his spine was broken. I think. No one has touched the body. He is currently inside the focus and will remain there for the prescribed amount of time. What's this focus place? It's hard to explain. It's a study, if you will. An extraordinarily spacious creative laboratory, almost perfectly sealed off. Except for the door that was visible at all times, metaphorically speaking. I don't understand. It's like an equation, or a mirror puzzle. I knew the murderer could have not been hiding there. Take my word for it. Well, Simon did get in there somehow. He could perform far more impressive feats. There's a reason why the whole town revered him. Tell me honestly, dear Victor, did Simon exist at all? Alright, so how can I help you? Just take a look around, touch the invitation, do whatever you like, speak to whoever you feel the need to. Look for the murderer, doctor, and you will find them. Keep looking to the last breath. I'm sure your rational thinking will help you. So Isidore is the only lead? How can I find him? Yeah. My daughter will advise you better there. Her name is Maria. For several days, she's been obsessed with some design that is somehow related to your arrival. Yes, don't be surprised. She knew before you were coming. lot of explanations. Really, that's good. Anyway, several bound people will play. Okay. Where does he live? I'll show you, but you must be careful. Simon's murderer, whoever they are, could not be an ordinary person. I can't imagine them even being a person. Fear can only be fate wearing the guise of a mysterious monster. We'll be careful. Okay, so damn, he lives across town, basically. Shit. Okay. Alright, we got some walking to do. Magento associate wasn't for Brock's Islands. Yeah. Okay. So let's go talk to Maria. Let's go talk to the Chin lady. And then we'll go to Barak, I think. Barak. Isidore, whatever. I'm gonna talk to my colleague. Good, up in here. Is the stream running alright, FYI? I haven't been dropping frames as far as I can tell, but hopefully its quality is not like suffering too bad.
It came from below.
Now listen closely.
For many years,
I'm going to ask something of you. I'm not used to that. I'm used to holding the reins, but you're not harnessed, so it would be unacceptable to address you in this manner. I find solace in the fact. I hope it never becomes one. I apologize if my words come out mangled silly. I'm truly not used to asking, but the nature of my request demands complete and selfless humility. Imagine me begging and kneeling. Believe me, I do feel that way. No need to kneel. What do you want to talk about? Today's death was the first, but it won't be the last. Simon has opened a score of irreplaceable victims. Soon their number will multiply. I beg you to preserve the lives of several people where the lines of their fortune cross yours. Before any of them dies, there will be a moment where you will be able to intervene. I know that for a fact. Who are these people? That doesn't matter. What was destined to happen will happen. You can be whatever you want to be, but not a coward choosing to hear no evil and run away from reality. I will give you a list of those I know. These people are bound to you. Bound. There's a tight spring of power within each of these people. Each of them can break the routine of human existence and become something greater. They're standing on the verge of their humanity, gazing into the realm where they could serve a higher, different purpose, without even knowing it. Moreover, they are bound to make the leap in one way or another. That's why we simply call them the bound. Oh, I don't know. I'm not a mistress yet. The future's not as clear to me as I would prefer, but I can feel the present. I can already distinguish a dubious guess from the pulse of the precise knowledge devoid of words and images. These people are bound to you. Your lives are connected. I wouldn't have asked you to take care of them otherwise. Are you clairvoyant or something? Ah, yes, you haven't been told, have you? Didn't even cross my mind that someone may be unaware of my abilities. No one here dares doubt them, for they are evident. Yes, the mistress of every ruling house possesses special abilities. I am learning to see the future and transform the present. This fact offers your words a different degree of authenticity. You comply with your request? You say the people answer me before going back to Eva. How do you know? Alright, if it is truly within my power, I'll do my best. These people must live. Their fates are bound to mine. They may well hold the keys to my victory in my hands. Jesus, this is a lot of people. Okay. So both the Canes. Actually, she's not even part of it. Both the Canes. Maria Cana. Oh no. Wait. Is that her? Like her. Okay, Ava Yan. So pretty much everyone I've met so far was a named person. Important. Okay. Real quick.
Did you see anything weird on your way here?
And what exactly do you see in touching with yours? Truly terrifying battle. If no one has told you about it, okay. You will fight a foe that few can defeat. Is this a prophecy? You will clash with flow like a dragon slayer, but your weapon will turn against you. Striking at the heart, you will end up with your own flesh torn. Every drop of blood you squeeze out of that heart will turn into a gulp of yours. If your foe escapes you, penetrates you, or saddles you, you will hear malicious laughter in your ears and my crestfallen weeping. That's about the murder. Well, I'll make them regret your tears. Whoever they are. Alright. So, okay. So I think we'll hit up Ava on the way back. Oh. I guess we'll hit up these guys first. So let's hit up Executor. The town is small and rather unexceptional, isn't it? But there are other kinds of people in here, the simple folk, then the more remarkable ones. The former will tell you more than they know. The latter know way more than they're ever going to let out. Keep a close eye on them. Your victory depends on it. And who are these remarkable people? There are 20-something of them, easily distinguished by their lodgings or their presence. They're called many names. The Bound, the Fated, the Adherents, the Gobo Tagler, the Town's Circle. Simon preferred the company to any other. Why? Because it is they who will decide the fate of this town. Don't be distracted, in fact, some of them look insignificant or disreputable. They will earn their worth, you just give them time. They're the most important joints of this town. So these guys are just giving you hints, basically, right now. Each day, one of them will try death by the tooth. Each will put their life at risk, and each one that dies is important. Some of them may take the keys to victory to the grave. Mind that these keys are yours while the grave is theirs. Others will do the opposite. Don't waste your chance to condemn someone who may get in your way. How do you know what is helpful and what gets in the way? Okay, alright. Dropping you more hints would be cheating. Shutting up now. Allow me to conclude then. Each bound you save will influence the finale of your adventure. Each of them has their own goals and motives. It may so happen that those who seek a different ending survive, and then, well, you've been warned. Okay, I'll take that into account and we'll be careful. Alright, and then the Strategian. There is something in particular we feel the urge to warn you about. When you speak to the bound, please choose your words carefully. Do not worry, you will easily be able to make out what kind of person is standing before you and observant man that you are. So use that skill when dealing with the bound. Some of them are indeed worth insulting, where others need to be treated with utmost respect. I have no idea what you're talking about. Every line you utter will have consequences. News spreads rapidly around here. If you spoil your reputation in one place, you'll have to reap what you have sown in another. Restore your good name in the south, and you will receive a warmer welcome in the north. They will heed every word you say, and you'll be rewarded. Not by means of money, I hope. A handful of money. It's not a dialogue fee, don't get me wrong. Never refuse to take small amounts of money from the money. Small sums of money from the bound. That would not belittle you in any fashion, but would rather demonstrate that you appreciate the local customs. Alright, I'll keep local. How so? It's a symbolic Godspeed. The heftier sum, the better your luck is supposed to become. So conversations get more profitable as your reputation goes up, esteemed bachelor. Alright, and that's that. Hey, dude. Okay. So, alright, so we're over here. We need to get over to Isidore, but before, we're gonna head over to, and yes, all these buildings are enterable. We're gonna hit up, Ava again. See what's up. So let's just see. Alright, I gotta get the lay of the town again, man. Alright. So yeah, basically, in short, all of that loquaciousness and very flowery dialogue is, there's people that are more important than others. There's people that are more important than others. You'll have to figure out how they are, and how they want you to talk to them. Yeah, okay, this is the one. All right, good. So some people react differently to different methods of talking to them. Manage your reputation with people by doing good stuff.
I had a feeling you would come.
That ominous singing outside the window is gnawing at me. Who could be singing at a time like this? Very little time has passed, but I feel hungry and exhausted again. Since you've decided to fight death, you will have to be very careful. It's September. You will be dying with every breath of our air. We are all dying with every second of our life. It's exactly this annoying phenomenon that has challenged, but since you've heard of fanatic as the humans, I'm not going to waste your time monologuing. This step is full of various herbs. To fill the air with dizzying vapors. Whipped wire and swervery are dangerous in August and September when herbs surrender the juice to the sun. People tend to get headaches this time of year. Heart suffers laying in bed with pains. My heart aches too. How do people live here? Dwyer is a rare herb, so usually it's bearable, but this year it's unbelievably plentiful. Elderly say this is phenomenal. Nothing has been happened before. They think it's a bad omen. Well, I don't believe that, but the air is droning. Can't you feel it? Don't you feel dizzy? Yes, the air is heavy. You need to sleep often. Never go hungry. Drink more water. You need to look after yourself properly. If you feel sick, forget everything else and get some rest. Otherwise, you'll be dying of a heart attack or breathing. Be careful.
Don't you think...
Can't hear anything. Alright, now let's go over to Isidore, and see what's up with them. So, check the map. Now it's 8 o'clock. So we're probably gonna just take a straight path, basically. Gonna go follow the riverbank here, and go right onto the bridge. So yeah. Try not to be a dick. The dog barking is seriously messing with my mind. That is... Oh, that's what I was talking about. Yeah. Little sculptures like that. You'll see that very often. Just drop down here. Oh, shit. Can I jump over this fence? Nope. Almost. Nope. Okay. God damn it. Alright, I'm gonna have to go again around then. I guess I could go through. So yeah, first day is going to be a lot of walking and talking. Second day is where it starts to get a little more freeform, and it just continues opening up like that, as far as I remember. So yeah. Very unique game here. Move at the town hall. Most useless place in the whole town, I'm telling you. The only good thing that's good at is taking place. We have rules. How do I get to the backbone? Much obliged. Alright. So I believe the middle part of this. This is the districts. This is the no fuck, I can't remember. Can't remember the names, but I kind of get that. I remember. All right. Just trust me. I know what I'm doing. Okay. All right. Whole project is the districts, and then the residential part itself, and then the polyhedron. Okay, so the polyhedron's on the left, whole project's on the right, and the districts is in the middle. So, whole project, polyhedron, districts, right? Okay, so just keep going to Isidore. How is my health and inventory doing, actually? Health and inventory. Crap, what's health and inventory? Place finder attack. Character status is P, okay. Okay, reputation. Well, hungry. Okay, good. Parents. And then letters. Jesus. Alright. I'm not gonna read that whole thing right now. Okay. So we get to see some of the architecture and map design of this place. So, so in this game, we're gonna be fighting a plague. It's not a. There's no like boss fight. The whole thing is trying to cure that plague. Every day, different parts of the town open up and or close down, depending on quarantine procedures and death and all that stuff. And as they said, every day there's also one person on that list who's going to try to die, basically, who's going to be evading fate. Our goal is to keep them alive to help us win. Other than that, it's pretty much free form. You can do what you want. You have pretty much all day, and you're only confined by your need to sleep and eat. Okay, alright. Alright, this is dangerous. Okay. Also, I can't climb over or jump over fences, so I'm gonna go through this house. Pretty sure it's got a backward door, right? Oh, it's locked. Well, most of the house is open. Or maybe most of them are locked for the first day. And of course you can just go like, I want to stab this guy. So, yeah. We're just going to be walking a lot right now, so nothing extraordinarily interesting, really. Okay. Oh, real quick, just gonna open. Oh, all right. So yeah, the HD version is quite a bit different. I never managed to actually complete the original version. So yeah, and I was playing the Haruspecs instead of the Bachelor too, so it's very different from what I remember. The beginning is completely different, so we're gonna figure out what's going on. Haruspecs, I believe, has I just mentioned it, but doesn't have the healing and stuff. Hello? Hardest crime for my coach and how Frontier's doing. Okay, and then you can ask them to mend your clothes. Construction. Generic woman. Little sexist, you can just be like, hey, can you fix my clothes for me, please, thanks? Okay. Alright, so what the fuck is this building? Oh, Mansion of Katrina and Alexander Zubarov. Alright. That's fucking Russian ominousness at its best. You notice the music changes also when we go into this area of town. So that should be his house right behind. Also, a bit rougher types. Here we go. Once again, no one's asking us. Got a smoke? Who are you? It will all work out. So, oh, that's the plague finder. Okay. Interesting. All right. Not quite sure what the plague finder does, but I'm sure we'll figure it all out. Surely this game will explain itself, just by being cryptic already. Okay, so... Man, the sound design is fucking fantastic, holy shit. Oh, was this the... Oh no, okay. This is this house. Fucking terrible at maps. Wait, I'm pretty sure this is the... Oh, god damn it, I am terrible with maps. Okay. Okay, yeah, it is this one. Alright. Where's the fucking entrance? Goddamn way around. Oh shit, really have to go all the goddamn way around. Jesus. Let's run down. Oh! Hey, hello. Sir. Patrolman, a foul murder occurred here this night. No unauthorized access is allowed. Inspecting the crime scene is strictly forbidden to further notice. Who was killed? We're not a local search, you're unlikely to understand is a great surgeon. Outstanding man. What if I'll time to live him? I know him. Whoever killed our only doc must be surely looking to get us all killed. Isidore could cure anything. He also knew how to make cuts or incisions because he was a warden. He was lines alright. Like I said, it all makes sense. Whoever killed Simon took Isidore's life too, and this is merely the beginning. What makes you think these two cases are connected? Well, who could have had the heart to attack such a witch? If you asked me yesterday, I would have told you no one would dare inflict such an ugly wound on this town. But if there is someone, it has to be just that, someone. Although it looks fishy, if you ask me. That thing was no man. That's what I think. 1 sec. Lights on in my room. We seem thoroughly unconcerned about our friend's death. See, this murderous deal is all mysterious. There was a talon struck in the victim's chest. Go ahead, bend your arm at the elbow, good sir. Yeah, it's like that. There you go. That's how long it was. It broke off. There was dust on the floor. But the deceased had been a renowned step walker, and the dust was all covered in hoof steps and like traces of a sharp bone, I guess? As if someone was using a walking stick around there. I'm telling you, it's her, the Shabnak Idir, the clay man-eater. I want to inspect the building. We've been assigned to this post by Alexander, the head of Cyberov family's house in decline right now, but it's still powerful and very much respected, for it is they that has been responsible for maintaining worldly order and public safety since olden days. Please kindly address concerns to him. That's their rod. You just take that road up there and get to the cape. As far as me, I'm not authorized to let you in. Said so from the start. Okay, yeah, it's right around the corner. Good thing I looked at the map. Okay, and that's just... Now Isidore is dead. I wonder if I had made it faster, if I could have done it. Guess we won't know, at least in this run through. Alright. Why is she running? Because I didn't pull out my... Hello? Alright, I guess she doesn't want to talk. Oh, what the fuck? This house. Between these two, and then take a right. Alright. Like Morrowind. Yeah, basically think of it as Morrowind. That's actually not a bad idea. Oh wait, this is their house. I'm an idiot. Like I said, real bad with maps. What a fucking giant this door is. Holy shit. Nice thing that it loads all quick. Hello.
They say hitting hard is a good enough start.
Alright, so I finally get to see you. Yes, you really do look like a messenger of sorrowful times. In any case, welcome to the Rod. Our meeting is quite significant in a way, facing the changes with open eyes and taking the first blows is my duty. Do you think we're on the verge of an especially unhappy era? No grim events have clouded our existence since last summer. The country has cured its war wounds. Commercial communications have been repaired. Astrologists expect nothing ill. Do you hold astrologists' opinions in high regard? I'm a ruler. Astrology can be very curious, but I don't allow it to offense. You have to act according to factual circumstances. Definitely.
The outcome was to be expected, I'm afraid. Simon was doomed.
Other people, those are volunteer patrolmen. Usually keep around 20 of them, but increased the number recently to 100 and a half. Damn. Why do you need so many? There's unrest in the territory. If I weren't certain that Isidore's been murdered by his son, I would even consider the crime to be politically motivated. Okay. Isidore was pretending to take over the kin and become its leader, as according to the information I have. What is the kin? It's that people who work in the abattoir and many of the other factory workmen. An ignorant patriarchal pile that hasn't changed much since the Stone Age. They look human enough, but if you look closer, they're just beasts. Believe me when I'm telling you that I'm not snobbish in the slightest, but there's good reason to call them that. Yes, Isidore always had an air of a person untouched by civilization. Goodness, Isidore was an educated modern man compared to the rest of them. They revered him too. He got to know modern knowledge, but never lived his people. Sorry about Isidore. I don't think you're aware of the fact that Isidore came to me last night, just after he had returned, and warned me that there were some ominous events ahead of us. We took measures? Evidently, I've mobilized the patrols. I see what you're implying, Bachelor, but I'm not insane. Engineering Isidore's murder, as a matter of fact, a strong independent kin under Isidore's rule would have been way more useful to me. Because that would weaken... Okay. Okay. Alright. So, can I get in?
Neither the sun nor death can be looked at without winking.
Murder, yes, look at the murder's only one step ahead of you, doesn't it? The same one that took Simon's life too. At least that's the conclusion suggested by information that missed. It's also the same pattern signature. So who did it? You don't believe it? His own son. The fellow came back after being away quite a while. His father had sent him to study surgery, but he was but a greenhorn. But a lot he has learned, huh? Us wandering scholars turned evil to the bone, all of that just to grab his inheritance. Wait, how did you figure that out? In all honesty, it's hard to explain to an outsider. Do you believe in a thing such as clairvoyance, Bachelor? No. You should get to know my wife yet, or better yet, those who have already had opportunities to witness the power of her prophecies. Former doubters first and foremost. So your wife called out Isidore specifically. Not specifically, no, but it all ends up. There are a few good analysts in our town. Everyone is more or less superstitious here, except for one Yulia Licuria Yarisheva. Perhaps the most level-headed and reasonable person, the only person to remain skeptical of Katerina's town's deal with that shadow. She has their own picture of events, she always does. What is this, Yulia? Engineering town where a town was being rebuilt. The logistics or many communications, not sure. They say she's a true expert in her field. Smart, yes, a polymath. The team left, and she stayed. She has my respect, but not my fondness. Okay. So, I'm gonna go there. Alright. Now let me... No, it's just distributing the remaining weapons to patrolmen sent to the Bone Stake lot. Rumor has it someone was bringing there into Rebel trying to catch some Anteater or Agog. If I had weapons, I'm gonna give any to you. Why in the world would I? No one in town owns real weapons. What little they have is old and befitted and makeshift, and mostly non-functional too. I doubt anyone in town would care if fire a shot with my permission. Nothing of the sort has happened in a few years. Efforts commendable. Alright.
The outcome was to be expected, I'm afraid. Simon was doomed. That's okay, I'll make it. I'm made of wood.
Still not sure what this is. Alright. So... yeah, I'm gonna go logic route, I think. What'd you want? Hey, come back here. Keep going after wrong people. What about you, Doc? Can you tell Manny to Merowyn too? She's absolutely true. Alright, so to get to Yulia's place, let's cross the river here. So, best place to is just go right outside here. And then through the towns. Alright. Okay. You know, look different. Let's go. Know all about you. Know all about you. Okay, the soul and a half's got the catch your breath. This is good now. Everyone have time to prepare. Let's see. Wait. Maybe Badger, perhaps. Okay, what do you got? She has bullets? Why does she have bullets? 16 gauge rifle ammo. Not sure to barter, but let's go. Fucking cross the bridge now. Let's go to Julia's house. Julia's. Yeah, so you see that thing? This is one of the things I like this town about this setting. Get crazy stuff like that. We'll find out about that, I'm sure. Okay, yeah, Julia up here. Oh, Cripple. This is, yeah, my first playthrough of the HD and the first playthrough I've ever done of Bachelor. I didn't notice that message until just now, like half an hour later. I have done a little, I haven't finished a playthrough of one that I did on the original, very original version of the Harrow specs, but yeah, and the PC, and that was like 6-7 years ago. So.
I'm afraid it's natural. Simon was doomed.
I seem to have lost any capacity for observation. My mind is out of tune, my things no longer add up. Before I had no trouble forming a trustworthy tessellation out of the most imperceptible contingencies. Now I simply cannot get my head around it. Could it be that I am dying? You probably haven't slept for a while, have you? Oh no, Herbitivernia blossom I grant you, but then it blooms every year. Every year the steppe is filled with the stupefying vapors. The issue I'm having, however, has nothing to do with fatigue or perplexity. It's just that I've lost my ability to make distinctive events go inside. You don't seem to understand what I'm saying. Let me elucidate. A single word sometimes someone utters may precipitate the birth of their own murderer. This line of philosophizing is barely intellectual novelty and is particularly relevant in our neck of the woods. I sometimes feel like I could touch the notions of cause and effect with my fingers, but I am now being tedious, I reckon. Not at all.
I keep forgetting.
You traveled all the way here and only found out both people you wanted to see were brutally murdered. Is this how the story goes? I do hope that your visit is not in any way related to those unfortunate circumstances. I'm certainly no better investigator than you. I have never had a chance to search for a murderer before. The best I can offer is to fill in the blanks with whatever mysterious supernatural entity seems more fitting. Shabnak Adir is the simple man's scarecrow. I would have followed a different narrative. What kind of narrative? Considering the circumstances of this, that Simon had locked himself up in the evening and consequently died in the morning. In this case, I would suggest that Simon was poisoned by the Canes, I would have thought, but I know their family all too well. Their mutual loyalty is only rivaled by their arrogance towards anyone who is not one of them. They hold a princely sage who stands at the head of their family in highest esteem. They believe that a single dishonorable act will tarnish their name for generations to come. I doubt any of them would have stooped to this, no matter whether you wanted to or not. Poisoned, how did you arrive to this conclusion? I don't believe you understand what he died into focus really implies. Do you know what the Canes refer to as focus? You don't seem to grasp the semantics of the term. Those are the Canes for you, the kind of innuendos of the fortress. Well, what is it? Focus is anything but an abstraction. Quite the opposite, in fact. It's governed by mathematically rigid regularities. You see, no one but the owner of focus may get inside. That means that Simon has brought the killer with him, or rather within him, since no physical object may be brought to the focus either. I do know that. Who doesn't? I don't. Kids are notoriously passionate about all matters of synthetic anomalies. They will never pass up the opportunity to devise a construct that would help them to warp space, unchallenge physics, or manipulate optics. Jesus Christ, this is insane. Alright, metaphysically, a focus can be compared to a camera obscura. Do you know that the name is not unfitting? No, it is entirely impossible for someone to get inside. His bones were broken. Is that so? Well, this has introduced a different perspective. You see, Isidore was the last person to see Simon. The question is, who did he see before? The sun had not yet set when Isidore returned from the steppe. However, he came to Simon well after midnight. The question naturally arises, where did he spend his missing 2 hours? That is why I'm trying to retrace Isidore's steps. I want to walk the same route, don't get me wrong, though. Was Isidore seen with Saburov by any chance? He was. He warned Saburov of an upcoming storm. Alright. Let me suggest, then, that while he was in the steppe, he saw or learned something that he wanted to report out to all 3 Woolley families. In this case, Either of the Oljimsky family should have been on his itinerary, especially since Barak was one of their own men. Definitely, the Bull Project from the Abattoir to the railway is controlled by the Oljimsky family. Fucking Russian names. If Isidor's discovery has anything to do with kin, Isidore would have certainly related that to Vlad, so do make sure to pay visit to the lump. That's the name of the Oljimsky mansion. Another fitting name, wouldn't you agree? Thank you, Yulia. What would I do without you? Okay. Another... That's 50-year-old Vladislav. Okay.
I keep forgetting
You travel all the way here.
things these days.
It wouldn't be much of a stretch. Okay. So now we're gonna go to Oljimsky. Just gotta head south, right? Let's see here. Yeah, pretty much just south. We can follow the road bank even. Okay, and the current time is almost 10. A good man. Okay. So, very interesting. So, it's 10 o'clock. Alright, take a left here. And then continue down. Very interesting indeed. Okay, there's a wall here, so take a little left. Okay. This guy just a regular dude because he's got a different. How are you, sir? Oh, ferocious Mother Nature is. Yeah, okay, I don't want to mess with you. Alright. Okay. Okay, we should be coming up on Oljimsky soon. Probably here. Oh, we just passed it. Alright, so this is it. Alright. That's a story has a lot more talking than I thought it would. Okay. Interesting. Those are the step people, right? Those guys? Hello. Jesus Christ, look like Nosferatu. That's Danskovsky, of course. Who else could be so dapper? I've heard quite a lot about you. Have you taken a look around? Be sure to check the state of the industry around here. We have our own ways. I think I've come to inspect this town. Come now, this is precisely what I'm saying. The sanitary inspection testified last year that the whole project is nothing. That everything's fine. Good for you. Project special, very fragile. That means common sense does not fry you. That would be very naive. You're probably right.
Swine.
Yes, getting everything back.
I shouldn't have indulged their whims.
I'd like to inquire the fate of my colleague about the manner of his death. What are you implying? What is this manner you're talking about? Did I say you destroyed a step demon? I can take this from kids and weirdos, but you're a respectable negotiant. It's hard for you to believe, isn't it? It used to be hard for men. Take my boy, for example, a scoffer if I've ever seen one, and even he believes it's real. Even off his head, but you're in the steppe now, esteemed sir. Eastern and backgrounds. The dead rise from the graves here, clay dummies dance, and bulls talk. Does he know the steppe well, that son of yours? I don't know. I still don't know if I'm saying steppe right. He rubs elbows with the rabble, the butchers, the adonghe, shepherds and gatherers, learns your tongue, collects your legend. He doesn't keep them in check at all. They even dare to come visit him within the premises of the town. If you see a worm creeping through the streets, that's definitely looking for my son. What's wrong with him visiting the premises of the town? They're dangerous, they're aggressive, they hate everyone who isn't a stamp person. They'll jump and kill you on the spot. They'll tear you up with their teeth and devour your flesh while you're still throwing fists at them. So if they're spotted within the town, countermeasures are taken. So what of your son? Hold your horses. You want to talk to my blockhead? No, you haven't. You have nothing to talk about. He's not here, thankfully. I don't want you two to meet. You hear me? Those are tradesmen's words, and I'll stick to them. I won't leave it at that. Kind of not out there. The old Oljimsky does his best to avoid any mention of his household. When I asked him what his son's doing, the elder will stop reading momentarily lost his temper. Yeah, right? Pretty interesting facial expressions. I think that the son knows just as much as the father, and it will be easier to get him talking, but we're going to find him.
Swine. Beasts.
How do you think that? How could he have created monocracy not perished? He couldn't not display spells requires. So Simon's course of action contradicted yours? Come now, what I'm saying is when someone takes too much upon themselves, they always end up ground down. That's how life works. Did they say Simon? He was a worthy man, but long doesn't mean eternal, does it? No one is to blame for his death. Examine the body, see for yourself. He's not lying to you. He truly believes Simon was murdered. If he had to admit simply died of death, he'd probably go to his last home himself. Talk would be too much for the man. George G. Kane did not seem as sentimental to me. Okay?
No.
What if it? I'm also aware what each other talked about. All I want to know is why he left to see Simon afterwards. They wanted to bring me to heel that traitor, that bastard, so what did he ask me for was to stop the factory. How could I not kick him out? What were his reasons? His reasons, huh, the bastard? He reasoned he'd pay a visit to my daughter. He knows full well how to pull my strings. Oh, well, I told her to lock the door, so he went away none the wiser. Oh, the bastard. So he went to Simon, huh? Well, thank goodness my love for his son is hanging around somewhere else. He could have... Oh, that, my dear respectful friend, is none of your business. My property, like I said, is in order. See the skin and the meat delivery reports. Do you know how hard? No way. It's my domain, whether anyone riots or not, and I'll have my way with them. See, I see. You're the big guy here. Okay, so I gotta find the son of old Gimsky. Yulia might know. Very small mansion. Yulia might know where the son is. Huh? Oh, or he might know. Hello, good friend. Dude, help. No, wait. Well, we'll just follow him. How about that? Sure, he'll lead us to the sun, huh? There's no way he just spawned right as the guy told us to. Ugh, is there motion blur on? Hold on. I just realized there might be motion. Yeah, there is. Okay. I hate motion blur. Sorry. If that was bothering you, I fixed it, so there you go. I see no reason why this would go awry. I hope my reputation doesn't take a hit for this, though. And this guy's running. Where else is he gonna be going? Right? Interesting. Definitely seems to be going somewhere. Oh shit, okay. Okay. Alright. Oh, Jesus Christ. I didn't realize that I'd be fighting this guy. Okay. Well, at least no one can blame me for fighting the guy. I don't know why my thing got unequipped though. Okay, that was terrifying. Also easy. Not easier than I thought it'd be. Thought those guys were supposed to be tough. Alright, anyway. Guess he didn't like me following him. So now we're all in the railway station, okay. Alright. And then there's this big old pyre looking thing. Okay, so P, right? Station, I don't think I took a hit for anything. Really. I'm getting exhausted, but wait. Okay. Well, alrighty then. Guess that what happened. So, then who else could I find? I guess Yulia would probably be the best pet, huh? Just climb this real quick. I can see. Okay, I'm alright. It's okay. Ain't that cool? I really like these little sculpture structures. So delightfully creepy. Alright. So let's see. It's across to... Nope. Can we do that? Okay. Okay. Oh shit. I'll have to climb a ladder. Okay. It's fine then. Alright, I guess we'll just go back to Yulia, huh? They're fucking killing a guy. I'm sure everything's fine. Sure. Right. Sure no one will fault us that. Wait, maybe one of these kids knows? Russian load to soul halves. Okay, just a ruffian. Gotta be someone who knows about that. About the sun. These kids gotta know, right? So let's see here. Young girl. Easy. Thought. Alright. The cathedral is interesting here. Alright, that's not going anywhere. Let's see here. Okay, so we are by the town theater. Yulia's probably got a blue. Well, at least it's easy because all the models are pretty much the same. So one of them looks different. That's something to look for. I don't know why the Ruby saw on edge. It's kind of unsettling. Okay. Okay, so this is Olkimsky's house. Yeah, just go up to Yulia, I suppose. Hopefully we might run into him on the way. What time is it? 11:16. So far it seems... I'm not sure if we're actually going to be solving the plague as the bachelor, to be honest. I'm not entirely sure what we're going to be doing. The Haruspex was definitely solving the plague, but this seems like it's going to be a little different. So I'm interested in what happens. Okay. Go for prayers. Oh god, I really hope Yulia has clues for it. And before she doesn't. Probably. Well, fast load times. Alright, Yulia. Please, for love of God.
My chest seems to be filled with cotton wool.
You've traveled all this way to find out. Okay. You know how murder were found. They're all killers. Not really, but I had the killer of all killers in my laboratory. Suddenly, it's more possible the killers hiding in the house of an angel, a thespian of sorts. In fact, I fear some gaslight covered in blood was seen entering her house dead. Whose name is less reflective of her inner self. An unforgiving description. Unforgiving but fair. Anna affects to be suffering, but her prophecy is all too easy to see through. If she was generally wanted for the February riots or for the caravan, she would have been found years ago. Managed to trick her destiny for now, but her luck will dry its sun. As a sheep-sheen fate, she lives in a mansion that once belonged to a family of exiles whose political views led them to a far-out town like ours. Because of some ill-conceived sense of camaraderie, they were happy to give shelter to the runaway actress as soon as she told them she was persecuted by the powers that be. A few years later, they died suspiciously, if you ask me, leaving Willow Mellow, their daughter, in the care of the companion. Willow died soon thereafter. They all died of natural causes, allegedly, even though Willow was buried in a tightly closed coffin. The body was examined by Isidore Barak, however, and he's not a man who would want to cover a crime. Anyway, you do good to look at the house yourself. The mansion is known as Willow's, extended by the golden earth. I'll get to know her. Okay. Okay.
I'm afraid it's natural.
Okay.
Simon will...
A wisecrack I know says that while you're trying to complete the portrait of the killer, playing painting yours. Hilarious. This is not this hunter becomes hunted. However, to put it bluntly, you've become the keynote of this particular plot. The intrigue is so rich that it will keep you busy for a week, if not longer than that. What would you do if you were me? If you want my advice, I wouldn't trust what our feudals tell you. The perpetual triangle of influence means that every party concerned will do their best to use your authority for their own benefit. I'm not that conceited. Perhaps people of lower standards would not try to use me. It is more likely that people of such standing will be much too scared to cooperate. Given your position, you may want to try your luck with the Shadow Cabinet of Noble Nobility, the women of influence. No, much more than simple townsfolk, yet they care much less than the powerless towers. What are these lady aristocrats? Such way as of thing, it will be a relevant strictly within the specific context of values, perceptions, characteristics of backwards whole like ours. The catch is that the aristocracy is not defined by birthright here, rather the status is granted by the degree of enigmatic fascination that a woman is possessed of. Questionable background, audacity to demeanor, you know, the whole assortment. You tell me who these affluent ladies are. Lara, Ava, your Truly, and lastly not least, Maria. I wouldn't listen to Katerina if I were you. Her morphine habit has turned her into a walking corpse. The others, however, are liable to deceive. You don't like being lied to, do you? It is better to die than to lie. I see. Perhaps you like even being played with, then even less so. In this case, Mary seems to be a respite. She's too arrogant to lie and too respectful to dare play with you. You should value the affection of someone this proud, but I digress. What is your intended course of action? I've been so considerate to the rank of bait. There's no need for any special efforts to play that role. The main thing is to be available. I need to think. Okay.
I keep forgetting the...
Tell me about Lara. You will know Lara, that. They say that Lara is an angel. Epitome of... Okay, she seems everyone our friend. She's too eager to see. She turned to Ravel, mentioned the most hospitable, heartwarming place in town, long story. However, she is a woman that is saved by grief. All the gifts that she is so happy to give away are fundamentally offerings to a dead person. She favors the living with something the dead have no use for. Really. Her philanthropy is almost reprehensible. She pities everyone she comes across, for she knows that they will die just like her dearly departed. She sees a corpse in everyone she looks upon. I cannot say I appreciate it, but with that being said, she will certainly be of great help to you in your inquiry.
I'm afraid it's natural. The most subtle...
You managed to find out so much about me in 1 minute's talk. Okay. Alright then. Okay, so I've got to... Maybe the killer's hand. So I've got multiple avenues now. Try to find the younger Olgimsky, speak with Maria, Laura, and check out the Willows. Okay, so let's check out the Willows, because that's pretty close. And if it is the killer, boom, bada bing. It's probably not going to be, though. There's no way it's going to be that easy. Oh, it's raining. Great. Let's cross the bridge here. Person. That's... I don't like it when they stare at me. Freaks me out. Jesus Christ. Alright. There's no one in this town know where the heck the old Jimsky guy is. Father's not even willing to talk about him. Okay, that's gotta be her house, Lyra's house. Okay. Lyra will know. Okay, that's foreboding. What a weird room to have right at the entrance. Lyra? Is this a dead guy? Oh wait, this is the bloody. Oh wait, this isn't Lyra. This is Anna. My bad. Oh, that is really too much.
An evil man-eater made of clay and bones.
If you don't, this dreadful outfit. Snakeskin, are you a performance service entertainer? Thought so. I thought someone would pay me a visit very soon. How horrible. What's horrible? Everything's horrible. You came to, you know, after me, right? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Whose child was crying there?
So that man... He's dead, yes. It doesn't take a doctor to see that. Oh, I was so scared. He barged in here all bloody. I thought he was sent here, but he didn't try and attack me. Oh, look at those hideous wounds. Like he was cut with precision to mangle body with as much as possible. Who would do something like this? Sinews are cut. Oh. Oh, that's not good. He was mumbling something to that extent. There's this hunt for Simon Kane's murder going on, right? Well, they mistook this guy for a culprit, even though he was actually a hunter, not the huntee. It was Simon's murderer that's wounded him so horribly, wasn't it? Or you think the man himself is not the murderer? So what do we do now? Just don't you call anyone here, please, I'm begging. If you find a dead man in the house, promise. How many people would be more than happy to credit this blood to my hands? Okay, I can see this. Go to the cemetery, tell care to someone less than living in my house. Okay. Can I loot him? No.
When you look her in the eye, your mouth just kinda...
Find Simon Kane's death. Benfear could have killed himself. There's no way anyone else could have done it. Sure, no one's to blame for his death. I honestly believe that Simon was doomed. What he did was too much for a single person. Okay. Alright. A lot of theories going on. Not a lot of evidence or anything like that, though. Jesus Christ, we got so much shit we can do. There's Lyra. Laura? Where's the caretaker? Version, blood-covered fugitive. Too much blood on the corpse and hardly a drop of it belongs to the dead man. The vagrant thespian has an enormous mansion to herself and keeps your eyes when the game. Okay. So... I pull my weapon out and shoot them away? Okay. Okay. So Yulia doesn't know and old Gimsky doesn't know. Let's see if we get into the house now. Worst case scenario, we just fight them, right? I mean, right? Let's go ahead and save the game, though. Christ, the Oljimsky one is definitely our biggest lead, I think. And I don't know who else. I don't know, man. And Angel seems way too easy. There's no way that's her. Did anything, honestly. Oh my god, I get lost here. I'm gonna get lost here very easily, I can tell. Okay. Go. Please realize times are rough. Good. Find your shoe? Okay. That one's gonna go past you. Oh. Right. Yes, animations. Oh, what the heck is up with this fire over here? Oh. What the... Wait, what the fuck? What's going on here? Are they burning a witch? I think they're... Oh god, are they literally burning a witch right now? Oh dear, what have you done? How is it? There was no Shabnak. That was a girl, a living girl. Hope you'll find yourself in her place as soon as today. But in the fire, she's not to burn. Okay. Oh. Yeah, give me that. Pistol. Okay. This guy. Huh? Okay. Got reload all of them, or? I don't know, guys. I don't think I should shoot him. Probably not the greatest idea to do that, but still. It's fucking burned to... Okay, someone's gonna be important here.
Whose child was crying?
Let's see, what was the... Who were the people? Oh. It's not worth it. But it kinda is. Okay. And Saburov would probably be the only person right now. The rain's getting thicker now, too. My exhaustion is also spiking. Not a good idea. Sorry, I mean, shop of some sort. Where did I get this bone necklace from? A50 white fish. Okay. Alright. Gotta need some food. Okay. So that's a food shop, I see. Right then, Saburov it is. Did they just run away when you're... Yeah, okay. Suppose I would too, huh? Oh, gee. Alright, so we gotta figure out... Doesn't he have a wife? Maybe the wife knows. Oh, Jesus. Thunderstorm. Straight up thunderstorm. Oh. Alright then.
What?
Appropriate way for Julian's the death of one of the fighters. for telling me this. You were winning. Thank you.
It's true.
The fight. The Rainbow Man-Eater. What's the nature of it? Fine.
My stomach.
Okay.
What?
Good. Okay. All right. Okay, so 17 needs to know about the killer. About the dead body in Angel's house. Other than that, we need to talk to Maria Kane. Oh, Christ. Is that my gold? My money? I assume it is. Why do I keep picking? Do I just keep picking some of it up? If so, I'm getting rich. But, or unless it's my blood. I'm pretty sure it's my blood. It would be fitting of this game. I can't remember what it is. I hate it when it just... Okay, rifle ammo. I don't need rifle ammo. You guys got building over there. And these dudes don't barter. How does she have Avla tablets? What? Oh. Well, why do I have so much money with the actual trader? I guess maybe they don't like money. Do you actually mean barter when bartering? What a ridiculous concept. Okay. You think I'm still looking for freaking Simon Olgium? The apothecary, I assume. I'm gonna read that guy, whatever. Same shopkeeper, huh? Alpha tablets and Mergical. Painkiller. That's well, right? Carrying a little bit of everything. Let's see, why not? God. I really need to find that freaking Olgium, though. I feel like he's our best bet to our lead. Okay, where are we? Here. Oh, we just passed Laura's house. Might as well just go in then. Yeah, there's a lot of people in here, huh? Okay. A lot of people in here. Alright, let's talk to this dude. Okay, can't talk to him. Okay, can't talk to her or her. They're just... Oh. Oh, you can search that? Neat. What are you doing? Are you okay? Hey, hello.
No.
What did I
A
say?
town like this can't give birth to a killer.
This is the shelter. You're always looking here. My name is Daniel Denskovsky. Who are we talking about? Who are the capital M mistresses then? Are you frowning? I'm in a melancholic mood. We're too late to use to play the game of tragic predictions. I'm trying to do everything right.
My lips are
I know
too
you're a doctor, wonderful one, Dan, a celebrity medic. Everyone in our small town knew that a famous doctor was coming here. I'm very glad you really have, because I want you to do a certain good thing. Please do. Years ago, the child death rate went through the roof here. 6 people died in a week. 10 or so came down with serious illnesses. It made us worried, but fortunately couldn't find the cause straight away back then. In the end, it turned out that children were dying because of a game. What kind of a game kills children? They were playing healing medicine for adults and playing some diabolical mixture out of it. They healed each other with it back then. The game was just faded and cured, but now I'm here and they contemplate doing it again. There's a house somewhere in town, either abandoned or just unoccupied, where they play hospital. That's where they store the horrible mixtures. Please use your standing silver name to put in the game. Capella. Okay, my skis. I mentioned it's next to one of the ruins. My friend couldn't hear them properly, but have you seen those stairways to heaven? I think you might even be able to see the house. Maybe Alan's window, but more importantly should be unlocked. Exceptional occasions, yes we do, but generally houses are supposed to be locked up because they're occupied by several families. People aren't scared of losing their own belongings, but they care about their neighbors. I guess it won't be too hard to find. So looking for an open place near Ava's place. Alright. Oh, and I've hit a dead end, so I should talk to you, Leah. Alright, interesting. Alright, probably should have read that earlier, huh? Well, now I know. Okay, so where am I? Okay. Alright, so down here, and okay. It's gotta be this house, huh? It's gotta be. So let's go down the steps over here. Head back to that fucking revolver, that. Why are you looking at me like that? Okay. So now I'm here. So, okay. So let's go to Ava's house, but before we actually go in and talk to Ava, I'll check, see which one of the houses, sure, is the children hospital house. Jesus Christ, that lightning. Okay. It's gotta be the one right across the street then, huh? Apothecary, so it would make sense, right? Okay, it's not that one. And there's one with a ruin nearby, right? Alright, let's just talk to Ava quick. You know, some.
I've seen the.
I found out more about our morning visitors tend to be runaways. Can you imagine? What have they run away from? Jumpskis have closed the dormitory again. Capella, tell me, who's Capella? Big lad daughter, beloved daughter. She's wonderful and has these abilities. The children follow her as they were charmed, just like they follow that piper. Well, she said she wanted to save the fugitive from her family's wrath. Capella and Vlad the younger are poles apart. Vlad primarily interests in the family, so the sister worries her brother will kill a runaway. She'd rather have him survive the night and escape into the steppe. Where could the runaways be hiding? In a hospice on Earth? Well, hospice is just terrible. What, are you planning to visit them to help him escape? For instance, that'd be a good deed. We've had enough murders, haven't we? True. Okay. Okay.
I had a feeling you would come.
What are the ruins outside your window? Is that the stairway to heaven? It's on the side of the guzzle. The ruin is the one that's close to the theater. It looks better from the second floor. Look ancient, but the construction is recent. Oh, that's an old dream of the stats. I mean, they are architects, you know. They wanted to overcome the force of gravity. Those ruins were a kind of attempt to do so. They were built by this Peter Stat Matten. Can you imagine? They still live here. Still haven't gone back to the capital. Who are they? I think it was the name. It will take as long as you want it to, although one can talk about it for a fresh start. They're brilliant architects. They built something famous in the capital. That 3-story garden in front of the springs. Ring a bell? The Cold Hall. Hall Hugen is that town on the other side of the river. Yeah, the new quarter of Spectator Tower. How does it stand? I have no idea. That's a mystery. Once this is possible. Miracle. Okay. I only wanted to know. Okay.
My lacquer is.
Okay. The ruined outside your window. So there were those ruins. Which window? Which window? Oh, is it that window? Okay, I've got a couple tasks now. Damn. Jesus Christ, I got a lot of things I need to do. Alright. Let's put this back. Back to this house. And this house? Nope. You look new. Oh, alright. Not very helpful though. Oh, it's outside our window. I'll have to check every freaking building then. I'm certain that she's talking about those construction stairway things. Hey, where are you running? Oh, what the fuck? Are they trying to kill that? Hey, what the hell are you doing? Fuck. Hold on. Let's just do my scalp. What the fuck is this guy doing? Alright, I'm gonna save her. Okay. Okay, so that did lose me reputation. So what? Why are they chasing this woman? What's going on here? Yeah, that didn't lose me reputation. What's up with that? Okay, that did lose me reputation. Well then, okay. I don't know what the fuck that was about, to be honest. Alright. Whatever it is, I ended it. Oh, what the hell am I doing? I don't even know, man. Alright. Okay, so this is the shop. What do you got? Kerosene? No, I don't need any of that. Alright. God damn it. Well, if it's an abandoned town, I'd imagine it's not an abandoned house. I would imagine it's not really close to the center of this part of the town, huh? Okay. They look kind of like ruins. I'm kind of wasting my time here. Got so much time in the day. It'll be outside our window. What the frick? Gotta check out with the canes too before I go over to try and stop that one dude from dying. I can be seen from a window. You'd imagine it's pretty close, huh? Suppose we could enter the house and actually see which window is friggin' open. What the heck? Why are they beating up a woman? What is this? What are they doing? Fuck. I think that's a bug. Gotta be, right? Ava's house. That's across the street from her. windows on every side of this freaking thing. Where to check all these houses? Yeah. Well, I guess some kid's gonna die tonight. Real quick. Oh, there's a path here. Okay, can't go in there apparently. Right, I just want to real quick follow this path out because I know they try to leave the town. Stuff happens. Here. Oh. Oh, is this the guy's focus? Yeah, it might be. Let's go inside. Again. Maybe we can't. So that's that. Those are the little tents, I suppose. There's another one over there. I've heard that if you go out of town far enough, Jesus Christ. Okay, well there's that apparently. I assume that was apparent from the map. You get a surprising encounters. Ways to go. Alright. Oh, they just replaced it with an invisible barrier? Oh, that's lame. So, as I understood, if you try to exit the actual map of the town, the executor shows up and, like, basically, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Get back. Go back to town. But I guess maybe it just doesn't happen on the first day. I never tried in the other run through I did. So what do we got here in time? 3:20. All right, another hour until, and then we'll hit 4:20. It's perfect time. Okay, so what we want to do here now is probably just get back to Ava. Not Ava. The Canes, Maria, and all of them. Then try and figure that one out. So, alright, we're just gonna go to the Canes, trying every door on the way there. Okay, so let's do. Just, goddamn, I just wish some of the kids would actually help me out. No. Come on, help me out here.
Perhaps old Gimski is set.
I think it's you made a dirty fires the willows. What is her mention? Which is what your well used to be called before the willows withered. Why do you make the lady suspicious? Got to turn. What do you intend to do? Should I take your time to figure it? Give it some thought and try to figure out. Okay. What else you got? I'm gonna help you. There's no need to worry. Beast like future. Still don't know where to find it. That's the main part of today's quest and what I need to do. Go ahead and save here. But the maybe Maria knows. She's supposed to be clairvoyant, right?
Did you see anything weird on your way here?
Yes, everything here is weird. Okay.
It came.
Okay. Apparently you're of no help. Great. So let's go time with Georgevsky. Don't like that I have to go all the way around for these. Slightly annoying. At least I have a gun, right? Okay. Georgie. Come on.
However brilliant an action, it should not be esteemed great.
I've said for Isidore's Barak's most accomplished. Extremely sorry about our family traditions. We might have agreed to a great tradition. Entirely unconvinced that there's no value information at all. Looks like opportunity to be here, not even for you. Okay.
The town will meet.
I'm counting on you, Doctor. I don't know for how long you will have to remain here. You're most welcome to be my guest, though I won't try to keep you. While you are here, especially since you're trying to find out the truth, my duty to offer you a piece of advice. The remote place has a history of its own. There's not enough time to retell it to you, which is unfortunate since it is the background of the town that we've possibly justify some local conventions that will most likely seem barbaric to an educated person like yourself. Not at all. The 3 twos, 3 ideas for generations. Each of them has its own. Tell me more. So the co-owners of the Bull Project, which have ruled in town for almost 2 centuries, each of the truths they represent screaming to the lungs and doing so travesties whatever valued characters. First voices the Zabarovs, the Oljimskis, and then the Kanes. You're the 3 heads of one beast. Each of the clans will offer their own understanding of what is going on. Each of the 3 will use their own voice and voice of their followers to lie and distort truth. We can exist otherwise. However, in doing so, we want to be able the entirety of the truth to anyone who would listen. Just to believe you? I suggest you believe no one. Perhaps I am the only one of the 3 rulers that would ask you to disregard his very words. Nothing else, I will hope it wouldn't in your favor. At least I am offering you honest advice. You should never trust any of us completely, neither the Kanes, nor the Oljimskis, nor the Sarovs. What am I supposed to do then? Well, no one will dare lie to your face. I have no doubt that everyone will tell you the truth, but they will tell it in such a fashion that this truth will conceal the reality better than any deception would. The only thing I'm asking you is don't jump to conclusions. Compare different versions. Your extraordinary intelligence will like to say ascertain the truth. Furthermore, each of us will try to paint a rather ungainly picture of the other 2. Most likely we will fill you in on the negative sides of each other faction and withhold anything that is good about them. This is inevitable. None of us will stoop to outright slander, so everything that will be said is most likely true, but the truth will be one-sided and incomplete. Thank you. Stories of evil that the Kanes are unleashed into this world are partially true. Do not feel obliged to act in our favor. As you can see, I will stop before nothing to ensure non-biased investigation and lack of prejudice. I want to instill you. There's the only reason why I make a confession like this. I don't want my brother to have died in vain. Don't worry, okay?
Tell me what.
Stanislas Rubin. He's a more competent and good for nothing. As far as I can tell, they're only capable of storing knowledge with the teachers trying to pass on to trust. I don't get to know him.
Most men only.
Okay. I'm really exhausted. Okay, so okay, I guess we'll just go to that Bircher. He hasn't died yet. Also, stop breathing. Okay. Let's do that, Jesus. Just like real life. Come on. That's what I play games for, to get away from that kind of shit. Alright. Like, are these the ruins? Because it's just like a slide. Not exactly ruins. I wouldn't count them as ruins. Oh. That door is different than the other ones. It's just a piece. Oh! I think I just found it. Thank you, GameSense. Okay, just in case there's like rats or something. Okay. Well, this is definitely an abandoned house. The puppers would want to see them. I don't know where the puppers are, which is what frightens me. Because I'm pretty sure there are puppers. Ooh, some items of value thus far. trunk. Is this a stovetop? Food. But I see, I don't see any children mucking about with drugs. Okay. We got to cross. Okay, basically a straight line through here. So follow the river up a bit. Oh crap! I have to go around. And go right, and then just basically continue forward, almost all the way. You should reach the house. So yeah, the dogs just might not appear in the first day, or they might only, because there's diseased dogs, I'm pretty sure, unless they removed them in the remake, but I don't think they did, that you really don't want to mess with because they can really affect you. And before, there's one right around the corner. Just, yeah, follow a straight line across. Check doors along. Abandoned house might have some loot for us. God knows that we need to eat our goddamn lemons. Speaking of which, bugs, rations, fish. It increases hunger. Okay, cool. Other needle. Gold rings. Barrel of rituals, like flare. And silver ring. Rings with ornaments of this kind are sometimes found in southern burial ground. Okay. Cool, so we can barter using those random bits of junk. Oh my boy. Let's bot that, and you have nothing. I'm not gonna freaking give you shit. Go away. Oh, shit, kid. Alright. Keep trying doors. Surely no one will expect anything of that. Ah. Ah. Why are women being attacked? You was arrested, I hope? Okay. Let's see. So apparently they're looking for an undead Kohler. So that's why women are being attacked. I was like, what the fuck? I just wait for people to get punched to death and didn't take their stuff, I guess? Because apparently interfering does not make me a good person anymore. Okay. Oh, do you have pistol rounds? Yes, you do. Alright, great. Got some revolver rounds. Okay. Just that. Food. Which person? Did I miss someone? A girl? I really hope that you didn't see a dude with a different model. Hey, undead Kohler. I don't know what fucking undead Kohler is though. Oh. swear to God, there's gonna be like a dog or some shit. Ugh. This game is like the epitome of unsettling. Oh, there to go. Just fucking. Oh, hey, lads, can you not? Wait. Okay, I guess I can't really do anything about that. That little girl that had the face of a full-grown man. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, models and stuff. I agree. This is character creation gone mad. Yeah, just fix that right up. Okay, thanks. Appreciate you. It's 5 o'clock. Okay. So, oh, that's the house. Whoops. I really don't like. God damn, this jump is basically useless right now. Is there really? Sorry, I'm just gonna check real quick. Is there really no run? Because I thought there was. Take quick load, sheath holster weapon, list of the bound. Here, status. Show hide hands, sneak. Load, inventory, use top torch. Yeah, okay. So it's kind of like Minecraft before they added the run button. Alright. Okay. About the top part of it. Ah. No. Where's the entrance? Oh, damn, it's gonna fucking work. Can I just... let's try some parkour here. Empty bottles? Okay. Yeah, alright, there we go, parkour. The dog sounds so freaking close. Okay. Alright then. What the shit? Okay. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Oh, Jesus. What? Fuck. Alright.
Why is the termitary so loud? What are they celebrating?
Do you know where to find clean water? Fresh water roads, plants are full. All that water comes from the steppe and isn't exactly clean. Yesterday I expected all the springs in the area. There seems to be no more clean water around. It's oddly tastes everywhere. It's reddish in color. There's dust and clots in it. Where can I find clean water then? There's no clean water in homemade reservoirs. The modest supply should be enough to help us last a little while, but afterwards you'll have to drink that bloody mixture. That's disgusting.
What's wrong with my eyes?
Just run away. Why would I? He is in danger. I'm here to help. He's a butcher. He won't talk to you. He wouldn't understand it. He's been here for more that a day. But even I can't get him to talk. Is this something I would rather? It is I who would rather tell you something. What do you want to tell me? Nicolette has plugged the termitary up for some reason. Butcher's mumbling is one. It tells us such horrors they get shivers. Or thousands of people have lost their minds all at once. There, many have died. Sure, how have you forgotten that he's crazy? We think you communicate that you were mistaken. They're great talkers anyway. They can only howl, growl, and bawl when they're under a spell. Go then. To Bilge's hospice, enter the house. Don't come here after complaining afterwards. Deal with him.
Why is the termitary so loud? What are they celebrating?
You don't say. Bite your tongue. Stop swearing.
He who destroys. Low softening bullets. Okay. You're pretty freaking useless, lady. Okay. Can't parkour back over the fence, can I? Oh no, there was a freaking entrance on this head along? Oh. Okay. Alright. Hi, buddy. What the? Okay. Alright.
Christ. Okay. Well, it's not doing anyone any good. Oops. Well, he attacked me, right? I had to defend myself. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Fucking killed that guy. Oh, Jesus. He's not gonna be very fat heavy with me.
What?
You know what? Oh. Oh. Never mind then. Oops. Okay then. Well, I messed up a lot, I think, but okay, because I just got a bottle. Oh, Christ. Okay. Now, I still need to know where Lokimsky is. We got, oh. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, that's gonna take a whiff. All right. Gotta find the freaking. Okay. Christ. Got no leads anywhere. Okay, let's see. Jesus Christ, I've got no clue where to go now. This is Anna's place. Okay, well, we're here already, might as well.
Shep.
Okay, so either Yulia or I haven't spoken to Severov, have I? Yeah, bottle to bottle with. Damn. I didn't expect the Bachelor story to be that confusing. I thought it was supposed to be the beginner character. Apparently the higher respects is. I learned. Should be 6, right? Oh. Ugh. Maybe, squeeze it between here. Oh shit, never mind. No, Jesus, alright. In Severov's house is a pain in the ass to get to. Why did my immunity just go up there? Yeah. Talk about scaffolding. Okay, my dude.
What? This hurt. That's okay, I'll make it. I'm made of wood.
Okay, would you rather be made out of anything other than wood? No. Okay. You're useless, Severov. So Yulia's gotta be your best bet then. it's gotta be Yulia. It goes cold around old Grimsky and Yulia, so yeah. Okay. God, that one other guy attacked me. Where the fuck could the sun be? It says it spends time in the steppe, but that yurt was empty. Or whatever it was. And yeah, let's fill up with some water here. Alright. Jesus Christ. Just going back and forth between all the same people, unfortunately.
I should let some fresh air. I'm afraid.
Ugh. Okay, Yulia is useless. All the canes are useless. Old Gimsky is also useless. Where can I get some freaking answers? Not in the books, apparently. Or that gazebo, I don't think. How very unfulfilling. That's unfortunate. So I'm just not quite certain what to do at this point, unfortunately. I guess I'll go talk to Lara while I'm in the area. I'll go past her place anyway. Exhaustion's about to fill up and fucking wreck me. Okay. Okay, hello. Is that a lockpick? It is a lockpick, okay. How much for the lockpick? Not enough, huh? Okay. Right. Okay then, yeah, I just gotta get back to the polyhedron part. Really not that much else I can do. So yeah, we'll just enter Lara's place. You're out. What do?
It's nice to see you.
Okay, thanks a lot, Lara. Appreciate your help. Get out of here. Exhausted on my dialogue options. I mean, the other person I haven't revisited is old Gimsky, but I don't really think that he's going to be willing to talk to me anymore either. Fine then. Let's keep scrounging through the trash. Okay, how about you? Lockpick. Is 3 enough? It's not. You're floating. You have 4 ammo. That's actually kind of useful. Thank you. Okay. Okay, well, we're back here. I suppose there's not much else to do but fall asleep at this point. Talk to Ava, probably. damn. I fucking failed this day, I suppose. Rip me. I'm just gonna go scratching trash for a razor. Hello. Oh man. It's a shame I didn't really get as much as the intrigue as I wanted this day, fortunately. Just so much dialogue. And it doesn't really kick into gear until the second day, unfortunately. Damn. It's a lot slower than I remembered even. I expected it to be quite slow. Okay.
Can you feel how
Yep. See if that doesn't help you either. Like, what the heck? You're supposed to be the person.
I had a
And I get my exhaustion like all the way down.
We placed our trust
There
in
it
them,
is.
and yet they came unprepared. Shabnak, the hair-eater, the bone spirit, crawled by them, touched them, and turned their blood into poisonous tar. Having devoured their body, she found her way into the steppes' depth and inner waters. And plague has devoured this land.
I lost, didn't I? Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, I did lose. Wow. Alright. Damn. Well, there's Pathologic for you, at least the first bit of it. That was unfortunate. Wow. More like, let's watch me suck at Pathologic for 2 hours. So, alright. You just lose the game, apparently, if you fuck it up too much. Which apparently I did. Yeah, which is weird because I thought the Bachelor story was supposed to be easier, but I guess not. Damn, it's brutal. That's 2004 for you, though. Anyway, well, everyone's left, so I think it's a good place to end it here. Oh man, brutal, man. Oh, actually, wow, I'm surprised we had as many people stay on as we did. Never mind. I figured just Cripple Cow saying stuff. Anyway. Man. Brutal, dude. So yeah, I guess I'll have to figure out some stuff about the game before I try it again, but I definitely want to give it another shot at some point. As you can see, definitely an intriguing game. I'm going to turn down the music here. So that was my first shot at Pathologic's Bachelor side of the story. It is hardcore, that's all I can say. Damn. Okay, well, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'm probably going to be streaming more for about a week here. This Halloween week, I've got a lot of time now. So I'll be streaming quite a bit more, probably tomorrow even. So I will see you around very soon, I hope. And I'll just more impromptu streams, that sort of thing. I know I say that every time, but seriously. Anyway, you guys know what to do. I've got links down there in the stream description and all that if you want to do that. Obviously, it's a lot easier to follow me through Twitch or Steam than it is to, or the Discord even, than it is to everything else. But it's up to you. Anyway, thanks all for watching, guys. Appreciate, yeah, all, especially Cripple Cow, but all of you equally. I just Cripple Cow. I mean, come on, dude. You show up for every one of my streams. Anyway, you guys have a good night. Hit me up on anything. You've got my Discord and stuff. I'm online all the time. Have a good one, guys. Maybe next time I won't die on my first try.